The dark horse in the race. The United States presidential election of 1844 was the 15th quadrennial presidential election held from Friday, November 1st to Wednesday, December 4th, 1844. Democrat James K. Polk defeated Whig Henry Clay in the close contest that turned on the controversial issue of slavery expansion through the annexation of Texas. The general election of 1844 took place in the midst of increasingly bitter congressional disputes over anti-slavery agitation, raising questions as to whether free soil and slave soil interests could coexist within a democratic republic. The campaign themes arose in direct response to the incumbent President John Tyler's pursuit of Texas annexation as a slave state, so as to undermine the unity of the Whig and Democratic parties in his bid to retain the White House. The Whig Party nominee Henry Clay adopted the anti-annexation platform on the principle of preserving North-South sectional unity to avoid war by respecting Mexico's claims to Texas. Clay's attempts to finesse his anti-annexation position on Texas alienated many voters in South and West where annexation support was strongest, while some Northern Whigs in swing states shifted support to anti-slavery Liberty Party. Democrat Martin Van Buren, his party's presumptive presidential contender, was ousted at the Democratic National Convention, failing to meet the demands of Southern Democrat expansionists for a leader favoring the immediate acquisition of Texas. Democrat James K. Polk, aka the Dark Horse, emerged as America's first dark horse nominee, running on a platform that embraced America's popular commitment to territorial expansion, referred to as Manifest Destiny. Polk successfully linked the U.S.-British boundary dispute over the partition of Oregon Territory with this decisive Texas annexation debate. In doing so, the Democratic Party nominee united the anti-slavery Northern expansionists who demanded Oregon as free soil with pro-slavery Southern expansionists who insisted on acquiring Texas as a slave state. In doing so, Polk narrowly outpolled the Whig Party nominee Clay by 38,000 votes. James K. Polk was a dark horse in the race because no one expected him to win. Party alliances were shaken by the Texas controversy, but partisan loyalties among congressional Democrats were rallied sufficiently in the aftermath of Polk's victory to pass a joint House-Senate resolution on Texas annexation. Texas would enter the Union as the 28th state in 1846. This was the last presidential election to be held on different days in different states, starting with the presidential election of 1848. All states held the election on the same day in November. It is also the only presidential election in which the winner, Polk, lost both his birth state of North Carolina and his state residence, Tennessee, which he lost